All right, finally. It's twitch.tv/Robot and the Bear podcast.
I see it.
Yeah, we are live, finally. Okay, very good.
Go.
We've had a long little break from Robot and the Bear podcast. It's been months. I mean,
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But, you know, a lot of people have asked, when are you going to podcast again, right? I've had it a lot. And a lot of people say they listen to it, but they want a new one. So here we go.
Here we go. Well, you know, it's you've become kind of a stream king.
I wouldn't say that. It's
you know, like you're like on the network and you're on
yep.
You know, the pop shops.
Yeah.
You know, you're like doing the Instagram lives.
Oh, that's true. I do the Instagram live.
Yeah, and it's just like
that's true. I do that for the art shows. Yeah, I do actually. Well, hey, I'm embracing the new technologies.
yes, and
live streaming, which has been around for what, 10 years maybe or more. So maybe more, 15 years.
Maybe more. But
yeah.
I just kind of figured like, hey, you know, Eric's he's a busy man.
Trying to be. I guess. Yeah, trying.
Yeah.
I guess in the end, I could say that maybe in the last, because of the pandemic, I just kind of, you know, what else is there to do? It's just recommitted to my giant robot work, the store and the gallery, right? That's what I've been doing for the last almost 2 years straight, is just that, you know?
Right.
So, yeah. Right. And then joining in on any associated technologies that are possible. So I guess that includes streaming.
Yes.
Therefore, I am a streamer.
You are a streamer, and it's just I think that, you know, like I've been busy with shows, conventions, etc. too. So it's just kind of sometimes it's hard to like find that you know, that perfect timing. And we've talked about it a lot.
So I think it's one of those things, just setting up the time and then really doing it. As simple as that is having a schedule and then meeting that schedule. Because the hardest part is just getting started, right? It's just like, this is the hardest part, is meeting you here. But we've seen each other outside of the stream many times.
Yeah.
But actually meeting to stream has been more difficult than it should be.
Yes. Because also my studio has terrible internet.
But what time do you get home from your studio?
Like 3 a.m.
Okay, we're not streaming then. But I was like, if you got home at 10 or 11, I'm like, oh yeah, we could stream at 10 or 11. But if it's 3 a.m., I'm you know, there's a chance I'm awake, but well, no, probably not.
Yeah, but it's just it's tough, and so the you know, timing is an issue. And today I was actually planning on being in the studio probably about now, but that rain, we got LA rain.
Yeah, and very rare, but a lot of rain, and yeah.
And when it rains in LA, it's a mess. Like, yeah,
but I think it stopped just now. At least here, I think it stopped.
It sounds like it's still raining in my area, but but yeah, the streets become a mess. People don't know how to drive. Yeah. And it's like, oh, do I really want to go downtown? Do I really want to go downtown? And tonight, I'm just kicking back at home.
Would you say that the roads in LA have gotten worse because of not because of rain, but do you think food delivery service and Ubers, that kind of whole thing, is kind of messed up driving in LA? Aside, including cell phones, because they're always on their phone while driving, right? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean,
I don't know if I don't know if that's to blame, but I just feel like when I'm driving, a car just stops in the middle of nowhere, you know, and I'm like, you could have pulled over, but you chose not to. You said to block the road, and you got out of your car to do a delivery, and I'm like, but you could have pulled over. There's space. Like, you had the parking spot even, and you chose not to take it. You chose to block the road instead. I'm seeing more of that. And then I'm seeing a lot of like, okay, the light turned green about 5 seconds ago. You're still in your car and you're looking at your phone because you are a delivery guy, because you have a headset on and you are, you know, I see a lot of that. And I'm like, dude.
Oh, wow. So
I see a lot. At least on the west side, there's a lot of food delivery. It's where I'm at.
Right.
And I see a lot of that where it's just, I could tell they're a food delivery person because they've got phone stuff for their car. They've got that thing that the phone sticks on, and they are just like working. They're like, okay, where's my next pickup? Where am I going? seeing more of that. So
That's a painful hustle. It seems like
yeah, it is.
I'm more sympathetic to those people than
I think they should just pull over
anything.
when they can. That's all. There should be like limited courtesies that they can do that they choose not to, and
Agreed.
it's not out of time. I think they could have pulled over. They just decided, nope, I'm just gonna stop where I'm at right now, get out of the car and deliver this shit. When I could have pulled over in the empty spot right next to me, you know.
Sure, sure.
Just shit
But
like that. That's what bugs. But otherwise, nah, it's a
mm,
job, man. They got to. It's an amazing job. That's a. I won't say an amazing good job, but I'm saying it's an amazing job, like amazing service. Let's put it that way.
yes,
Yeah.
it's I actually never order food through like DoorDash or something. Oh, I only do it when I'm with other people,
Oh,
you know,
why
but
not?
from I don't know, it's a
I do
single
it all the time, man.
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, well, I mean, like, well, you like you live with your lady,
Yeah,
so
but
like
I do that all. I do that all the time.
you order for both of you. I can't just order for myself and
Oh, I wanna.
justify.
I'm ready to do that too. I'll do that too.
I can't justify the service fees. I can't.
Oh, okay. I think some of those have gotten out of control.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's like double the price of your food probably by
yeah,
the time you get it. Yeah,
I'll just,
that's wrong.
yeah, I'll just go and fucking go and buy it myself.
Agreed.
You
Agreed.
know,
100%. Yep.
so but
Agreed.
like
100%.
it's also you're also on the west side. It's different out there. It's a different world. It's it's
Yeah.
hipster Los Angeles. Actually,
Hipster Los Angeles.
whatever happened to hipsters?
Um.
Like I actually saw like a thumbnail for a video that kind of was talking about the era of hipster graphics, and it was like all the hand drawn, intentionally like janky hand drawn lettering, and it was
How
like
janky.
it's like a lot of weird 3D looking type.
Gotcha. The stuff that you might have drew on your notebooks in fifth grade, like your peachy folder drawings or whatever it
Yes,
is, or
yes,
yeah, your notebook, your canvas notebook, that denim canvas notebook. Did you
yes,
ever have one of
yes.
those and you'd write on it or something?
Of
Yeah.
course, of course,
Yeah.
and that was kind of symbolic of the hipster era, apparently.
Ah.
And so,
But
like,
that what about that S, the 3-S thing?
oh, I always thought that
No,
was
I
like the
don't know.
Diamond S, right?
Yeah, whatever that
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
yeah. That was kind of more of a heavy metal kind of thing in my
Uh,
eyes.
I feel like it's hipsters adopted it. And,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
They
then what?
did.
Look at this. It's like a magic trick. Look how cool I am, right? I think that's kind of what happened to that.
Right,
Maybe. Yeah.
right.
It wasn't like, oh, bro, metal. I'm gonna do an S. And
Mm.
it's like, no, look how neat this is. Let's just draw some dashes and it makes an S, right?
But
It's like,
the
oh,
thing is that like
oh,
the sharp edges and points kind of
yeah,
have that like heavy metal like feel to it,
yeah. But
and
it's also a janky looking S. So there,
yeah, yeah,
I said it. I
it's
said it.
pretty great.
Sorry, S.
I'm going to have to do like a painting dedicated to that S, just because it's kind of become its own a meme,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and
Okay, so
how
art
I love
wise, what have
memes.
you been doing? We're digressing into like we've talked about food delivery and now hipsters.
Let's
What
talk
have you
art.
been doing artistically? What have you been doing?
Um, well, it has been a pretty busy, you know, you know. Is this the third? Is this the fourth quarter here?
We're in the fourth quarter, near the end of the
Fourth
fourth.
quarter. Yeah. So the
Oh
fourth
yeah,
quarter starts in October and
out
goes into December.
October
Yeah.
to December. Yes.
Yes. So it's been a pretty busy fourth quarter. I had um, Designercon,
Yes.
which you did not booth at.
Yeah. Yeah. I did not booth.
A lot of weird timing stuff that just didn't work out for you,
Yeah.
from my
There's
understand.
that, and I don't know. I was good without it. Frankly, it felt really good not to do it.
That's
But yeah,
good.
I had a little bit of FOMO. I mean, I did, but
Hmm.
then I got over it pretty quick when I realized, well, Sunday, everyone was like, "Oh, it's dead on Sunday," and
Hmm.
then but nonetheless, yeah, I had I missed out a little bit for sure.
It was fun. I
Yeah,
did more charcoal drawings specifically for
yeah,
the event, and then and I showed a large canvas just because I always feel that like especially with something like DesignerCon, they they usually like at least in previous years attracted a large, dare I say, international kind of crowd.
Yep.
And I kind of feel like there's this disconnect. There's this potential disconnect with my paintings and my toys. And I wanted to use this opportunity to at least kind of, because I bought a double booth. I was trying to like, do the baller thing.
Did you need it?
I I think it worked out because like
Okay.
I used the second booth to show drawings in the painting, which
Did you have a white wall or something, or?
I did not. I
Yeah.
used grid walls, and that was a fiasco. And I am,
Oh,
yeah,
what went wrong there?
um, well, I wanted to create a wall of grid walls. It's a straight wall of grid walls.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, the feet for those grid walls I ordered off of Amazon did not come until literally a month after um,
Oh,
the event.
supply chain,
Yeah,
supply chain.
supply chain. So I have to
Yeah.
return those things, but the box weighs like 30 freaking pounds of just metal and bolts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just sitting there at the bottom of my stairwell. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with
So
this
you
until.
couldn't make a grid wall that used, you can add extra grid walls to make it as if they're feet. You didn't do
No.
that?
Well,
Oh,
what I did was I turned the grid walls I turned the 6 grid walls I had into a 2 by 1 like rectangle. So
I
two
see.
grid walls, 1 grid wall, like 2 here,
Mm-hmm.
and then 1 here, and then another 2 in the bottom and 1 there. And so it was people could walk around this pillar of grid walls
Gotcha.
to look at the work. And I sold some drawings there, which was very very
Awesome. Of
cool.
course of course you would.
But the thing is
You're L fucking C, man.
I'm L fucking C, and yeah, I was, I don't know, like it definitely made me think like, okay, first quarter 2022, I am going to start. I want to find someone who can design a portable wall system and build it for me, and that I could store at my studio, and then I could just grab a U-Haul, shove the walls into the U-Haul, and then drive them over there. Because the thing,
Oh, then you should do that for me too, since you're gonna put in a U-Haul. I mean, why take one? Take two.
well,
One U-Haul can fit 20, so yes.
true, but
Okay, good. I'm set up already. Thank you, Luke.
yeah, you
Yes.
got. Well, the thing that people don't realize, I think, if you're just an attendee of these events, you
Mm-hmm.
don't realize that there is a union of
Oh,
construction workers over there,
I
and
see.
as soon as they see you pulling out power tools, they will find the shit out
Oh,
of you,
oh,
because
okay.
that
I mean,
is.
but you could have a drill, right? Little beep.
No, you can use a screwdriver.
But you can't use an electric screwdriver,
You
like a.
can't you can't use power tools.
Fuck them.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
and if you wanted to, so I was eyeballing, I talked to Kano, who has a beautiful booth, two events in a row. Kano, previous guest, Robot and the Bear.
Wow, he has a nice. Wow, okay.
Yeah, he sets up a beautiful booth, and because he rents the walls,
Oh,
and people come over there, and
yeah,
they set it up for him, and
yeah.
they provide him with the lighting stuff and
How
everything
much
like
is
that.
that?
Well, I asked,
Oh, okay, of course. I'm
I
curious.
asked. It's about $4,000.
Hmm. No way, man. Why does he do that? Does he even make $4,000?
I have no idea, but for me, that would literally take away anywhere between a potential half to a quarter of my incoming revenue from that event. And that doesn't include paying like the people that are helping me at the booth.
$4,000. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cost prohibitive at a decon, in my opinion. But part of it maybe is it's like a showcase for Mr. Kano, and he's looking at it that way. It's that what is
sure.
it called? It's that lost leader thing, which I
Yeah.
don't believe in that, but okay.
Well, I mean, he's
I'm not the lost leader kind of guy where it's like I'm gonna spend all this money. It's okay if I lose it, long as I get the promotion. No, I don't do that.
no, no, no.
I got too old
Well,
for that. That's when
well,
you're a little kid. You're like, I'll work for 3 weeks doing this thing for free just for promotion. Fuck
Yeah, no,
that.
that's something you do as an intern. That's not something you do as a freaking, as a
As a
well,
gentleman, as the gentleman we are, we don't do that.
well, Kano also
I don't know.
works in animation, so he like has
Baller wallet.
he has a couple different verticals that he can be able to do these things with.
He has one of
And
those platinum credit cards.
does he?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's
probably.
where he just put it on. Goes, I'm gonna fly to Jamaica with these points. Going to Ecuador, visit the clan.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he just pulls out that card and gets some points to get on that flight. I'm sure that's what he does. I'm gonna go and visit the clan.
I'm going to go visit my peeps.
Yep.
But
yeah,
it
that's
was
awesome.
it was, but then it was an interesting event. It was half the size of the normal Designercon.
Right. I heard it. Wait, it was at one room instead of the 3 rooms, right?
It was one room instead of two. One hall
I thought
two.
Decon uses 3. No.
No, I think it has like a area like that they use below to like hold lines, So
I see. I
but
see. Yeah.
but like no, it was normally it's a 2 hall event, and now it was one big ass hall, and yeah, I had fun. It was before the entire Omicron thing, and
Imagine if it was now. I wonder if the event would be happening even with Omicron stepping up.
I would not be doing it. I wouldn't go. I definitely wouldn't go with that,
really,
because Omicron has like just come in and kind of like fucked with my world in a way that I am not happy about. So, but
yeah.
the speaking of the day Omicron was announced, that was the first day of San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh yeah. It was around there. It's like it was a very fast. They discovered it, kind of a thing, and then it was like 3 days later. It was like really being pushed. So
yes.
Yep.
And
San Diego Comic-Con. You went to that, and I saw that, and I'm like, oh wow, Luke went to San Diego Comic-Con.
So I was
that is Thanksgiving.
That was the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
and I was I had picked up a badge because I applied years ago. I applied for professional status, and I just renew it every 3 years. And by being a quote unquote professional, I get free badges, a free badge to attend the event. And I was like, why not? I would love to like drive down there one morning and check it out, and then maybe even like and if I'm by myself, then I'll just leave. I'll just take off the next day, or that day. And so I was talking, and lo and behold, our friend of the show, Jesse Yu, aka J-Roo, and Linda Lee, aka Vampy Bit Me.
Oh, so J-Roo has been on the show, just for you guys know. There's a previous episode. Vampy Bit Me has not been on the show, but has been on many other shows, but not this one.
She has become a Twitch queen herself.
Oh wow.
She's not a top 100 Twitch person, but she's
that would be us.
So, that is what we're aspiring for.
Yeah.
But
we already are top 100. We're just not listed as the top 100.
Yes.
But we belong. We are top 100.
No, our show is the best.
It's top 100.
Our show is definitely the best.
It's just not rated yet.
Not yet. No, I mean, we do not waste your time streaming video games. Though maybe apparently that's what people want.
We don't waste your time showing boobs. I mean, do you really want to see these? No. Maybe we want to
see my boobs.
I mean, if that's gonna rate us to the top 100, Luke will do it.
Actually, I don't think nudity is allowed on Twitch.
Yeah, I think even male nudity is not, right. I mean, like
bare chest.
I don't know if you can. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I think someone I know had a cousin who twitched with a shirt off. He was a little heavier, therefore had man boobs a little bit, and then I think he got X'd.
He got or flagged.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't know if it's a algorithm that's looking for boobs, like sagging boobs, not flat.
I think it's people reporting on people.
Oh, is that what it is? It's not an algorithm going, there's some sagging, there's some
There,
things
there's
here.
some fleshy, saggy fleshy
Yeah,
bits.
with a little, little areola. Anyways, I
Um,
think I think that happened.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah. They're
sorry for
like,
your friend. But
I'm happy that happened.
there's the Twitch community thing and the guidelines are kind of weird. There's a couple of Twitch streamers whom I kind of watch have been like banned for like a week. It's probably over by now, but like they
Mm-hmm.
were banned for using the word cracker.
Wow.
You
Oh, calling
know,
somebody a cracker,
yeah,
like somewhat racism, I suppose.
a racist kind
Racist.
of
Yeah.
thing, even though
Yeah.
they themselves were white.
Oh, I see.
So,
Mm.
which is
Mm.
whatever. But anyways, I attended San Diego Comic Con. That was
So if I
interesting.
called you a yellow monkey, that would just we might get banned.
It might,
I won't do that.
yeah, that's yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and I think there's a lot of racial slur stuff that isn't considered acceptable, apparently on Twitch, but hey, you know,
I think
I
someone called me that once. Is why
oh
I brought that
really,
up a long time ago.
really,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody
wow.
did. Yeah, and I was always like, whatever. So,
Hmm.
um, I think it was believe it or not, it was a white. Okay, I remember now. White man in Japan did that.
Wow,
Yeah,
white man in
a
Japan.
white man in Japan called me that. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, long time ago, like
Were you eating a
90s.
banana?
No, I don't. I was just like,
Were
what
you
are you
eating
talking?
a Tokyo banana?
No. Oh, those are good though. Tokyo Banana, very good. Anyway, so yeah, Twitch is an odd platform, but I'm glad we're at least streaming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
want. I wonder if anyone's even like watching.
Oh, there's a few.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, a few. So then okay, so after Comic Con, I mean, are you working on art exactly, or like paintings
I
right now, or I mean, like in December 1st to now, have you been doing that?
I did. Oh, okay. Well,
So I wonder what artists do because there's craft fairs, which I don't think you're part of. There's a ton of craft fairs in early December, right? So
right.
many people that are doing art and crafts do these shows. They're part of a holiday pop up here or there, right?
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that those things
But
are available.
they're making tons of stuff to do those, and I'm guessing, well, you don't do that.
No, don't do that.
No. Yeah.
No, no. I am officially like done for the rest of the year.
There's only like 5 6 days, 6 days left, so I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, actually that's completely untrue. But after I got back from San Diego, I took a couple weeks off, and
Awesome. Wow.
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I did not visit the studio at all. I chilled out at my apartment, and then a whole bunch of people I know got COVID.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Whoa.
and uh,
I don't think I know of anyone close to me that has it.
oh yeah.
So what did you do? You were talking about COVID, and then we got what the government just stepped in. What happened right there? You mentioned the word COVID,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, nobody got COVID, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then boom, we got out, we got booted from.
Oh yeah, no, a couple of
So
people.
did Twitch just boot us from this whole thing? What happened?
I don't know. I'm looking at the stream right now. I don't see us up yet.
Oh
Let me
really?
see live.
So it's not up on the stream yet.
Oh, there we are. We're up. We're up.
We're back up.
We're back up.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. No. A couple people in my life got COVID. They were both vaccinated and boosted.
Right, but then they still got it.
They
Yeah.
still got it.
Yeah.
I think they're doing better now, but it's still like early. So
Do they know how they got it?
one of my friends has a theory. She like teaches,
Oh,
and so she thinks she might have got it from a student.
okay.
She
Probably.
I think she teaches somewhere like kind of near Orange County. So there's a lot of like non-mask wearing, no vaccination, whatever's, and shit. So it's yeah, that kind of sucks.
Wow.
And yeah, like, and then the numbers have just like rocketed,
tripled today or something. Yeah.
And so I'm like, shit. I'm
Are we gonna be okay? No. I'm gonna answer it from now on. I always say that question, and the answer is no. That's it. No.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I want to be.
You can't even say yes. Look at that. It's maybe, which means no. Maybe means no.
No, maybe means potentially yes.
But most likely no. So, I got you, man.
Yeah. So
I mean, but just the fact that you can't just unequivocally just say yes, that's right. You might have said yes before. Now it's maybe. But that means there's a big no cast too.
Yes.
Oh, it sucks. Yeah. Because remember Gerald Powell, the virologist.
Yes.
I would ask him. But I ask them all the time. I would say, "Are we going to be okay?" He would always say, "Yes, you're going to be okay." And now I just say, "No, we are not okay." That's what I just write to him now. If I write to him, I go, "No, we are not okay." And he's like, he just doesn't even say anything anymore about that because he knows it's true.
Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with your nihilism.
You mean reality?
Maybe he does just want to deal with your cynical outlook, Eric.
What he says may affect the funding he gets. So I
True.
Yeah, it may affect the funding. Therefore, we're going to be okay. My research is going to help. I'm going to make that difference.
It's.
I hope so.
Honestly, like the big issue is like I have a mother who is immunocompromised, so to like like knowing that like I will have to like Christmas is just a couple days away, like I'm going to like have to like I'm going to want to like spend some time with her on this for like Christmas and stuff. It just kind of it's forcing me to really like be like super careful. About
that makes sense. I do the same thing, same exact thing as, man, our age then means our parents are older, right? Than some 20-year-old kid, most likely.
Yes.
Unless you got a swinging parent, dad or something. But nonetheless, right? Yes. But nonetheless, no, that's how it is too. So I even took I usually don't do those home tests, but I took one because yesterday I just felt a little sluggish and weak and shit. And then ultimately it was okay, and I just know I've been not sleeping enough. So
right.
I got some long ass sleep, and I am 100% back and feel good.
feeling good.
But I took it just in case. I was like, what if maybe this is it? Like I'm sick. So I just did a test, but no.
Yeah. No, I've taken
and I haven't been around people since the opening. I saw you last, the Cozy and Dan show.
Right.
I haven't seen anyone really since then. So it's been,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, if it's from that opening, then I can, it's already been like 5 days later. So
right. I've taken about 3 of them. So
yeah. So they're hard to get, I guess, right? The tests, but I bought some a long time ago, so I still have them.
No, nice. Did you get the Binax?
As recommended by Gerald Powell, virologist. Yes, he said get the Binax one, so I bought like 6 or something.
Oh wow!
Back in that day, yeah. I bought a little collection.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, it's for the store too. Like if an employee, I'm just like I got there's a pack there just sitting there. So
right.
Yeah.
So no, it's.
I bought those like 3 months ago, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're great. I've tried a couple of them already. I've tried a couple brands, and the other one I tried is this one that comes with so the Binax one is just a card with like a kind of like a swab, and then like a fluid that you drop into the card, and you insert the thing, and it's got the test strip attached to the card. So when you flip it, it soaks the test strip with the fluid and the sample.
Yeah.
But the other one I tried, I forgot what it's called, but it's got like an old man embracing a young, like a child. on it. I think it's to say like, hey, your old, immunocompromised, parents, with this test, you can bring your grandchildren and, let them
Yay.
experience the love.
Were they Asians on the box?
No.
All right.
They had a
They were great
a
Orange County residents. Residents of downtown Huntington Beach?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. But and that one like comes with like a vial of fluid and a test strip.
Wow.
That you insert into the fluid, and it's a little bit more. It's just not as efficient as the Binax.
I see.
But
yeah, Gerald suggested just buy the Binax one. He said that would be better, but I don't know. I'm sure they're all good. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm sure. Well, some are better than others, but but like if you're paying $25 for for two tests, then
I understand.
Yeah, you're there.
Then they're going to be free by the government? They're going to be free
now. They're going to be sending us some.
I don't know when though. Like when
January.
Can you place? Oh, so you can place an order online and get them.
No, I think they're sending us them in.
I think you have to ask for it though. I don't think everyone's just getting one.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think you have to ask for it, from what I understand. Yeah, like there'll be a lot of waste if you did that, because there's a lot of people who'll be like, they don't want.
I'm going to put no cotton swab up my nose.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Well, it's the Herman. I'm looking forward to the Herman Cain Awards kicking back into full motion again.
It's going to happen.
It kind of went, after like the first, wave of Delta, it was roaring, and then kind of like petered off, and now it's kind of feel like it's happening again.
Getting back up. Okay. So thanks for doing being in the Post-it show. Our Post-it show this year was a little different, but actually it was interesting because pre-Omicron, I suppose you would say, maybe it's in the first week of December, our first weekend, right? Mm-hmm. We did a Post-it show, which is it's like last year's, but unlike 2 years ago when we had 3,000 plus Post-it notes. We had this time it was less, but it was interesting. We had a lot of people come and who'd lined up, thinking maybe they thought we were going to have 1 million Post-it notes again, or 3,000 Post-it notes, but we had like 200, and they were priced individually by the artist, including, the big one, which is a 10 by 10 and not a Post-it note, but we had extra Post-it notes by each artist. And sure enough, it was incredibly popular.
Yeah.
So your $50 Post-it notes were $50 instead of $25.
Yep.
And the flippers weren't there. From what I understand.
Well, the guys who are usually lined up in camping.
There was one, but he's like, I'm not. He's like, he was calling them flippers, basically.
Oh.
He was like, oh, those flipper guys weren't there, type of thing. I don't know.
Calling people out.
So, but I think that leads us to next year. How are we going to do this? Which is, it's another year from now, but. Are we just going to do the 3,000 Post-it note show, or is it going to be a little less, or is it going to be multi-priced Post-it notes from now? That those all kind of brought up these questions from doing it this year. Are some Post-it notes going to be 100? Are we going to have the $25 wall, $50 wall, and the $100 wall? I don't know.
Speaking of whatchamacallit, of how things are going, did you see that article about the U.S. Army creating a single vaccine against all COVID and SARS variants?
Was that in the Post-it show?
No, it's not.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. No, I haven't. Sorry.
No, but like I was just thinking, like, maybe if this doesn't turn us all into zombies, we will be in a position where we can be able to look, to finally be over it. But I don't know. I just texted you a link.
I see it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, because so far this lovely virus, I'm trying to kiss ass. This lovely virus just either finds another way, gets stronger, gets whatever, and I don't know.
But Omicron hasn't been necessarily.
As much death, but it's more contagious.
Right.
The next one might be even more contagious and will lead to more death.
Yeah, I agree.
We don't know, right? We can't prove that. We don't know. So the next one might be gnarly.
Yeah, it could be.
Like gnarlier, which is really scary because you're like, oh, these are bad. There could be one that's even more contagious and more bad, right?
Yeah, no.
Or it could be the opposite. It could be the next one might be less contagious, and therefore it just that winds it all down, right?
Right.
Maybe that's like the hopefulness of it. It's like maybe it winds it all down, and then everybody's okay and more contagious, but it's super weak. That would be nice, right?
Sure. Like it would be nice.
Like you might shit an egg roll one day, and then the next day you're fine, right? So
yeah. Or you get like, oh, I caught COVID. I got a little tickle in the back of my throat for 2 days, and then
right. Just eat a Vicks and you're good, right? Yeah. But I hope for the best on something like that, but you just never know. So
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But so how's the Cozy and Dan show?
Oh, the Cozy and Dan show's up right now, and that's going to go through January 10th. But that was supposed to be the Katsuya Terada show, which didn't happen.
He's usually the December guy.
Always the December guy after Post-its, but Cozy and Dan is in America now from Japan, and because they moved to Japan permanently, but they had a house here that they were, I guess it was on a lease, and that lease is expiring, so they're closing down that house. But then, when I went to visit, I actually asked Terada on the way there. I was pretty much right before I left. I texted Terada and I said, hey, man, would you be into postponing your show till February? And then because Cozy and Dan's show is supposed to be in February, but they couldn't be. They're not going to be here because they're going back to Japan in January. So we're just like, well, it's working this way that all the art's here. We just don't have, the show's going to be without them. So we decided, oh, you're here. You have a lot of friends here. Everyone could say goodbye to you, et cetera, despite Omicron. But we could do this. And we did the show, and a lot of their friends came. And Cozy, of course, was kind of paranoid. They live in Cozy and Dan they live in the countryside.
Right.
So they don't see as many people. And she was just like, this is kind of a lot of people. And I was like, it is, but this isn't as much people as it could be. And it's actually like, we're more space than the ramen place across the street and every restaurant on the block. You have way more spacing here in this gallery than any of these spots on the street. So I think you'll be okay. Plus then she went outside and just kind of greeted her friends outside. And I'm like, well, then you're even safer.
Yeah.
But there's people, just keep in mind, there's restaurants full of people on the block who are sitting near each other, very close. And she was just like, yeah, I see. And I'm like, but she goes, this is the most people I've ever seen in 2 years, and I was like, wow. She hasn't even been, so they haven't even been to Tokyo, and they moved to Yamanashi Prefecture, which is an hour from Tokyo or something like that. They haven't even been to Tokyo once in 2 years since they've been there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? They're in the countryside for real, and but yeah, this all worked out. They have a lot of friends here, and it's a chance to say goodbye. The show is called Going Home, so yeah.
It was a lot of older stuff too. Like it was like there was some stuff from 2016, and
that was the bonus, man. That was what you get to do when you actually make the show happen. And they're moving, clearing out the flat files, right? The archive show, right? It's the archive part of it was all these old drawings from years past that they were just like, well, we don't want to take these to Japan. We'd like to sell them, and this was the time, right? We're getting a whole new start in Japan. This is the bookend, right? Bookend of part of their career here in LA were these drawings that they have left. So that's kind of what it is. And we sold a bunch of the drawings. We still have more left, but still.
Yeah, no, there were some really good ones.
Amazing and fun, right? It was just like one of those like lots to see type of shows, which I don't know, we seem to be good at. Yeah.
No, it was fun. It was a fun. So who's the January show then?
Eric Martinez.
Oh, cool.
He makes did we have him on the stream yet? We probably haven't. But he makes the little wooden figures. He's going to make a whole bunch of those.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
But, we'll see. But, yeah, it should be fun. And he's a local, so it's awesome.
Do you think Toronto will be able to come out in February?
I doubt it. It's going to be the show after that. And I'm going to highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Like, it's maybe even worse off then than it would be now to come to America, probably is my guess. So
we'll see.
I mean, by February 1st, let's say, I mean, it shows the first few days of February. So
yeah,
I'm assuming we no, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
unfortunately. It's funny though, because as scary as it is, it's like the news makes me more paranoid, but I still feel okay. Like if I didn't hear any of the news, I would feel okay and still wear a mask and do all the things. And I don't feel like I'm getting in too close contact with people in general. So
right.
I feel like everything's the same, but hearing the news just makes me more paranoid.
The news definitely like sensationalizes the situation. I think.
But there are people who have masks and are, what do they call it, double vaccinated with the booster, and they're still getting it. That kind of worries me. I'm like, well, they claim to always have worn their mask and they still got it. So
I always believe that there was there. The thing about like society, friendships, work environments, etc., is that you try and like you know kind of like go with the quote unquote flow,
right?
And for a lot, or at least for a lot of people, and if that flow means like, oh, we're going to eat, take your mask off,
sure. Or you're at an event or something and everyone's got their mask off and you're the only one with it on.
Yeah.
There's something, it's like, I don't know. Like I visited somebody's house and they're just like, we're vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. And you don't have to wear your mask. So I took it off and I was kind of like, I should be leaving this on, frankly, but it was like, it was just like, I was like, okay, I'm doing it, but I was a little bit worried about that.
Yeah, no.
And it's like probably should have left it on, and that was like the one that was already like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that anymore. And that was just two people. It was like two people, and it was like nothing but.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend who came into town, an artist friend, and I had dinner with him last night, and we went to like this Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. It's part of his tradition. He wants to eat lobster at this one.
That sounds good.
This one Chinese restaurant in Chinatown, like downtown Chinatown, and we.
Sounds good.
When he picked me up from my studio, I was in downtown. I wore my mask in his car. We went to the restaurant, and then like as soon as the food arrived, masks.
Of course. I mean that's. I guess there was I forgot what was once said, like, this was before Omicron, but like you sit across from somebody, is it 6 feet across or something like that, and you could have exposure for something like 30 minutes and you have a 10% chance of getting it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's so Gerald would say that's really high, and I was like, that's really low. Like I thought it'd be 100%.
Right.
And he was like, no, it's like 10% chance you're going to get it if you sit across somebody for 30 minutes with no masks.
Right.
And you're 6 feet apart or something like that. And I was like,
yeah, but you're not going to be 6 feet apart. You're not. Yeah. Like most dining tables are at least 3 feet.
You're less. But then, like Omicron's supposed to be like 80% more transmissible. So it's like, well, that 10% is no longer 10%. Now it's like way higher, right?
And the thing is,
that's where it gets scary, because you're like, oh, that's actually now.
Well, the thing is,
it's pretty bad. Odds are bad.
Let's just say my friend was infected. I can't take the test, right afterwards.
I can't even take it for whatever. Once you get symptoms,
So
I know you kind of wish that there was a test that you could take 24 hours later or 12 hours later that would kind of tell you something, but no. Science is not that badass yet.
Science is just not there yet. Like, come on.
Or actually, they can do it, but that's like the more expensive test that takes like days to get your result.
Right.
I'm sure there's like billionaires that can get that done and get your result quickly.
Yeah.
It's like getting an autopsy done or something, right? It's like
right. Or
it takes forever.
I'm sure blood tests would be able to tell better than like nasal tests too.
But you don't have it at home, I kind of wish like there was some weird pop-up in every neighborhood that just has it, where they can do the best testing for anybody who shows up. But
well, they have one across from me, actually walking distance from me. So but
that's what I'm saying. There needs to be a ton of those. Like yeah.
But, this one happens to be in the shopping center of a CVS. So I think what they did was they decided to take they wanted because like you could get tests at CVS,
and they should and they got to have that result fast. Like this needs to be a vending machine, like a Jido Hanbaiki, the Japanese vending machine. Right. Like you know what I'm saying, or like a photo booth.
Wait, what is a Jido? What?
Oh, that just means Japanese. Those vending machines in Japan.
They don't call them vending a machine.
Jido Hanbaiki. It's a vending machine. But the whole thing is, there should just be thousands of those that can do it. But
Yeah. The technology is yeah.
We're not Elysium yet. That movie Elysium.
Right. Did you watch that? I did not. That's the Matt Damon movie, right?
Yeah, I saw it. There's just the healthcare there is for the wealthy very good. For the poor, there is non-existent.
Right.
But the healthcare is futuristic and what you wish healthcare would be for everybody. You have a machine that you lay in. It does a body scan and it fixes everything. like instantly. And it's like only the wealthy people have those in their homes. Yeah, and poor people actually fight to go to this planet Elysium. I guess a planet. Well, it's not a planet. It's like a whatever you want to call it, a big man-made star thingy. To go and get that healthcare. Get that healthcare.
And when they go there, their bodies are harvested in order to be able to create the fucking stuff to fix the rich people.
No, they don't need that because the machines fix it.
Yeah, but what if you need a whole new liver?
Shit fixes it. You don't need a new one. This machine fixes it, man. It's a fixer. You're scanning often because you have it in your house. So you're like, I'm going to lay down for like 5 minutes, and then it scans you, and then it like goes, oh, I'm detecting this, and then it fixes it, and then you're good. So these poor people that can't do that they're trying to fly to Elysium to like break into these houses, and not to rob anything or steal anything or burglarize. It's to use the machine.
Right.
So they're going in there with like sick people are going there and trying to break in to use the machine to get the scan done, and they're fixed, and then they get deported back to Earth.
Right.
They're like, oh, you bad person, you got to go back to Earth. It's like but then you have to break in and get used to the machine before you get caught. That's the whole thing. What the fuck? That's how healthcare. I wish those machines were real.
That would be great. That would be great.
That's what I'm saying. It's like that might be 1,000 years from now, if at all.
Yeah, I mean, if we make it that long, I probably won't.
No, not me, but.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think...
humankind?
Humankind, no. I don't think so.
Oh. Somebody will.
Somebody will. But like, it's not... But our society as a whole, no, it won't make it.
Oh.
America's, it's okay. I think
we'll be on Mars. Maybe we'll be on Mars then.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say there's a good chance that we will, but the chances of us surviving on Mars and like prospering on Mars is so slim. Yeah, it's just kind of like, what's the fucking point? Yeah, what's the fucking point?
So, I mean, we've been on for like, I guess technically an hour already.
Yeah.
Ooh, but yeah. So what? How do you see these holidays in general now? Like, do you have an opinion at the ripe old age, Luke Chu age? Like, do you see the holidays differently?
Ripe old age of 48 years old.
But do you see 50, do you see these 49. Holidays differently than you did, let's say, 2 years ago,
of course.
Pre-COVID?
Of course,
right?
Of course. I look at them as an opportunity to eat fancy food. Or to eat some kind of food that has kind of become a tradition in my family.
Oh, wow.
Like there.
And what would that be?
So there is this hot pot barbecue place in Monterey Park called Kokari. And they have these big cast iron like pans and pots. It's literally like the base is like this big wide cast iron pan, and then there's a cast iron pot mounted on top of it.
Yes.
And
heat kills COVID, so there you go.
And then they pour soup in the pot, and you like there's a wall of like refrigeration doors, against one of the walls, and you open the door and you choose all the meats and vegetables you want, and
By
then
yourself? You
by
just go up to the door and just open the shit and grab shit?
yeah, and grab shit.
Wow.
And
That
then
sounds like your house.
and you sit it down and and the meat's marinated and you like grill it up on the grill part, and then there's unmarinated meat which you could put inside the soup, and then there's vegetables you could put inside the soup, fish cakes that you could put inside the soup.
Is this Japanese or Chinese or what is the?
It's Chinese, I'm inclined to
Wow.
say. And
That sounds amazing.
and that was for many, many, many years, like kind of a Chu family tradition, like around the winter. But because of the way things are right now, like, you know how many people are fucking walking up to this goddamn refrigeration doors and opening it and coughing or whatever, or breathing. And it's just like,
and the refrigeration keeps that stuff alive, actually, right?
yeah, it
That's
does.
actually bad for it. But you do cook it, but yeah, you might ingest some of yourself. But
yeah,
okay.
it'll just be
I don't know.
floating around in the air, and I'll just be
It could
like,
be bad.
I'll open the door and take a big breath, like, yes, beef.
Wow.
And so,
That sounds good though.
we're
I mean, not the bad part, but the food sounds amazing.
No, the food's great.
Wow.
It's I mean, like, it's kind of a janky place, like in that
I would expect nothing else. That sounds good.
But it's awesome. I was I was actually talking to another friend of mine who lives in the area, and I had brought it up in conversation, and not expecting them to know what I was talking about. They knew exactly what I was talking about.
Sounds amazing.
Kokari, Cocary, hot pot, barbecue and grilling or whatever. And so that was one thing. But like, instead, I think probably going to take my mom and my sister to this seafood place where we could just get like a bunch of crabs, because crabs just seem like a good seasonal kind of food to eat.
Yes, I agree.
And but like, for years now, I've been on this, like, I'm going to give my friends the best gift of all, and it's called the guilt-free Christmas, where you don't give me anything and I don't give you anything, and we're good. And I've been keeping up that tradition now for many a year. And I was raised Catholic, and around junior high school, I lost faith in everything, and became increasingly more and more disgruntled about these quote unquote holidays, holy days, whatever. And then eventually discovered that there was an entire community of people who shared the same kind of perspective that I did, which I guess gets to a certain degree say I found solace in. And obviously, like, I think that the opportunity to give gifts to, like, say, significant others or children or something like that is one of those things that most people would take advantage of. But and it's always nice receiving like holiday greetings cards and stuff, but I really don't want to have to send those out.
Right.
I did get one from Ryan, the Stitch card, the Stitch guy.
Oh yeah, you got one.
I got one. Yes,
that's cool.
I was stoked.
You're back on the list.
I'm back on the list.
He heard you. You FedExed one, huh?
And I'm like, thank you, Ryan. And Ryan and Tall. Cool. So yeah, he's nice. Out in New York, and he does these weird Stitch things.
He came out here. Did you know he was out here?
He was out here?
Yeah, he came out here and said hello and then took off.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Was he? Oh, you got to put him back in the Post-it Note show.
Oh yeah, next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's whoa, I just got a weird text. 8,633 fucking new cases in California, I think.
Wow.
In Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Um, yeah, I don't know. How about you? Were you ever into the traditions of the holidays?
Oh, as a little kid, sure. I don't know. I didn't know what any of it meant. I'm Buddhist, right? So ultimately, I didn't know what any of it meant. But no, just the customs of it, and it's long. It's worn out.
Yeah.
I actually attempted to put up Christmas lights this year.
Oh.
And I gave up really quickly when if you want to put them outside of your house, what are you going to hook them to?
Right.
You got to nail something, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to nail into all this stuff. And then they have some like adhesive stuff that can stick to metal and any surface.
Right.
I tried that, and it wouldn't stick.
Oh no!
Like it says, I mean, it's like 3M, and it says it'll stick to all these different materials. And I was like, well, I am all the, my house has all these materials. It wouldn't stick at all to them. And I was like, this is lame. So I returned everything. I was like, you know what? It doesn't work. I'm out. And I gave it one shot. I actually bought the lights. I bought the little adhesive hooks that are for outdoors. Wouldn't stick, and I gave up.
Why didn't you just do it for Giant Robot?
Oh, I already have icicles at GR2 that are just out there 24/7. So it's always Christmas.
I was actually this afternoon. I was listening to the Christmas lo-fi hip hop
Oh wow, they have one.
stream. Yeah,
that's great.
Some of it, like my favorite. If I had to choose a Christmas like soundtrack, the one Christmas there's only one that I would play that is like from the 20th century, and that is the Peanuts Charlie Brown Christmas one.
That's so cute.
Yeah, that one's really good, and actually, like, that's kind of like part of my
that's the best
Christmas traditions is to watch those cartoons because they're so nostalgic for me.
They're good.
Yeah, they're really good, and so
now you could just stream it probably somewhere all
the
time.
Apple last year Apple was streaming it, and I'm sure I could be able to find it.
So good.
Other places, and it's a really cute cartoon.
Always has been, always will be.
So I'm a big fan, and the music is just like it's just top notch. Because it's like more jazz infused.
Yep.
Kind of piano improvisations, and
it's cool, man.
It's cool. I'm a big fan. Well, do you do gift exchanges and stuff?
No. Anyway, so what are we streaming next? What are we doing?
We need
is it going to be? Are we going to be 6 months in between streams? So
I don't want that. I do not want that.
Robot and the Bear biannual stream.
I would like to.
See you in June.
Maybe like we could get some comments on people, like from people. I shared this stream on my Discord. You've got a Discord too.
I actually shared it on your Discord.
Wait, what is your Discord? Is your Discord still existing?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Do I see it anymore?
I don't know. You were on there before.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are.
No, I'm still there. So I posted it, got no comment whatsoever. But I mean, people are busy right now, right?
Yeah, they are.
Like it was a weird hour that we started too. We started at 4:30. So
yeah.
I got not one comment that said, "Hey, bro." So as someone said on my network stream, not popping off.
No, it's okay.
But yours has no comment either.
No, so none whatsoever.
So, as said by a young hipster, I'm sure, not popping off.
Not popping.
Not popping off. That's what they said.
Low key.
Not popping off. I was like, aw.
But did you post it? Did you post it in generals? Oh, there we go.
I posted, and what's new or something, because that's new.
There you go.
Yeah.
I sent I left an emoji.
Yay. Yay. Okay.
But I think we should the one thing I wanted to maybe kind of talk about
man, when that person said not popping off, man, I was just like, I didn't want to poke the bear, which I usually do, but I almost said your mama's popping off. But I didn't do it. I was like, I'm not gonna bust the old joke, the one from like 1970, right? I was like ready to. I was like in my head. I was like, I'm gonna say it. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna say it. I was just gonna say your mom is popping off.
Your mom is popping.
I know, but we're not popping off. But your mama's popping off.
Yeah, no, we're.
No, I didn't do that.
It's the season.
I chose not to.
Tis the season to not pop off.
I bit my tongue on that one. I usually don't, but I was like, I'm just not going to do it.
Well, we've been talking about like a way of tightening up the podcast and making it more interesting.
Yeah.
Usually
more interesting. This is interesting.
I think
as Brown Boy Bebop says on the chat, I think it's popping off. Is what they said. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, BBBB. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I want to we've been talking about like trying to like shorten it, tighten it, and curate it better. And
yeah, because which we don't. Or haven't.
I've had this conversation so many times with Eric at the store. Like, we should do.
And we don't do it. We don't do it. I think if there was a producer type person that was like that kept everybody on a leash, but we don't have that. I don't know how that's supposed to happen.
I don't even know how that works. I don't even
like it's like almost like the show's scripted. There's like okay, the first 10 minutes you do this, then you talk about this, then you have a guest, and then sign off at 4:45 or whatever. It's
right.
like no, we don't do that.
Well, yeah.
So it may never happen.
Do you think that we should just keep it like fluid and free flowing like this?
Let's hear it from the. I mean, if it's popping off. If anyone has a comment on that, that'd be good. So you could always comment anywhere.
Yeah. Comment on my Discord, comment on Eric's Discord, comment on because we'll be posting this on YouTube.
Yeah. It'll get posted. But the funniest thing is, we still, let's see, even recently, as late as November, we were still charting in Japan, Visual Arts, Apple Podcasts, Apple Podcast Thailand. We're still charting in those places. So,
really? Interesting.
Yeah. I might have deleted the ones after that because there's been more, but Japan. We were at number 20 for a moment.
20
in Japan
loves us.
Yeah, and Thailand too for some reason. Thailand we were at number 100.
Well, that's because of.
But these are old ones.
Yeah, I think that's because of.
Dude, South Africa. We were number 133 in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yep.
Damn. I've never even been to South Africa before.
In Germany, we were in there for a second, then we got bounced. So, yeah.
And like, how often should we have guests? And
I have no idea. These are all questions for people. So give your suggestions wherever you may want to, or wherever you feel like you're getting some attention. Probably on the Discords, maybe.
Yeah.
And
I'll definitely read the Discords.
Do that. I'll read those. Instagrams too. Instagrams are fine too. Do it.
So. Yeah. But let's cut it off for now. And
everybody's raining in Southern Cal, but everybody's got to be good to each other. This is all we got. So
be good to each other, guys.
Yeah,
be good. Alrighty, so everyone have a Merry Christmas or whatever you guys are celebrating. And we will try and be on next week before the end of the year. So you could do a year-end review.
Yes. Year-end review. I love it.
I have no idea how that's going to work out, but
I don't either. I'm streaming on Pop Shop tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Oh, you are?
With Lofa, we're doing that one together.
Oh, nice. If I think
it's at
about
10
it,
a.m.
I'll try and jump on. But anyways, I'll try and jump on. Maybe
no worries.
I doubt
no worries. No worries. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to number 74. The return of Robot and the Bear.
Return of the Bear and the row bear.
All right. Thanks, man. All right, everybody.